Like, I'm talking, you're getting fortified walls if need be. You are just going to try and maybe just go 2 TC Imperial Age instead of 3 TC Imperial Age. Guard towers are certainly a possibility. Mangonels. There are things to do. Anyway, here we are, guys. We hear the happy Burmese music. Let's see what we got here on Arena. Arena team games are fun. So, for WWP, winning the last game in fairly dominant fashion. Got Lix as the blue Turks on the right flank. Bad Koala playing as the pocket, interestingly. Normally Yo's the pocket, and he's going to be the green Khmer. And Yo's going to be the Cyan Burmese on the left flank, a civ that we very rarely get to see. We have Koreans for CasaBlancas in the purple and left. Poles in the pocket. Interesting. So this is definitely going to be a much more aggressive combo. Because, I mean, especially when... I'll actually I'll get to that in a second. And then Burgundians on the flank? Huh? Okay, this is a weird one. Okay, so... Koreans versus Burmese. I don't know. I like the Burmese monks versus war wagons. I think that you can definitely make that work. But Koreans are just so great at, like, dealing with, you know, pierce damage and all that stuff. You know, they have the strong onager line. Towers are going to be great against Burmese. So yeah, I do feel like Burmese do have a bit of a better... I mean, they have a better economy for sure. I mean, I do favor Koreans, definitely. Right flank matchup, Burgundians versus Turks. I don't know, man. It feels like Turks are just going to annihilate Burgundians. Whether they go the Cav Archer route or the Gunpowder route, I feel like Turks can just outrange Burgundians, and the shorter rush distances mean that Turks can, you know, creep across pretty easily. So I definitely have to favor Lix's civ here. Although, of course, Burgundian eco is nothing to shake a proverbial stick at. And then Khmer Pocket versus Pole Pocket. Again, we're looking at top-tier ecos for both civilizations. Poles are going to be faster if you're going for the whole Schlachta thing. You know, just spamming cavaliers everywhere. But Khmer have excellent scorpions, which could be problematic for Poles. Or they have, and they just have their elephants in late game, and, you know, elephants are just going to destroy anything that Poles do. And you are indeed, Moisey. Thank you so much for the 6 months. Congrats on that wolf badge. Thank you so much for the support. ROP. Yes. Although, to be fair, it was only 2 trees that got their own years. So yeah, this is definitely an interesting one. Also, is this gate? Okay, I think you can actually exit through this side. First player up to Feudal Age will be red with Burgundians. Already has Bidax and is going over to stone. But, like, are Burgundians really a castle drop civ? Oh, Kuri gifting the sub to Rob Chang. Paying forward the gift they got from an anonymous gifter. The transitive property of gifting subs. Oh, it's going to be for Tower Rush. Oh, okay. And then Robin Hood Girl character also gifting the sub to YOLO the Minuscule. Thank you both so much for the gifted subs, and welcome to the Wolf Pack, Rob Chang and YOLO the Minuscule. Appreciate it. Oh. Oh, I don't think Lix sees. Lix sees. Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know. I mean, he sees the Feudal Age coming in, well, and now he knows it's coming. Lix 25 pops, or like what would have been 26 pop. That's still a totally reasonable uptime, but look at this. Gold in the back for blue. And yes, Yo is getting crushed. Yo wants to go for a Rambai, but uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. Towers are on the way. And Yellow's just booming. Actually, he's also mining stone, but I think that's just for, you know, Castle Age stuff. Now, trushing on Arena is a completely legit strategy. Blacksmith on the way. But it seems like WWP is responding appropriately. Here comes another tower. We already have Bowsaw in still. Blacksmith now for KingstoNe. But yeah, I mean, importantly, there is this back gold from Lix. Yeah, exactly. Like, I feel like Turks and Burmese, like, you know they're probably gathering stone, right? Although, to be fair, MrYo is going to be off of stone in just a moment. Because these villagers are going to punch through before Feudal Age comes in, because Yo is going to be going up on 28 pop, which is pretty normal for, like, a Rambai play, but it does mean that you're up to Feudal Age so much slower than the tower rushing player, so that could be a bit of a rough spot. Anyway, another tower is on the way here from red. Lix trying to be out of range. Since the dark days, I mean, ever since the tower HP got nerfed, trushing has obviously been way worse, but the less armor for houses, that makes some difference. Guess just trying to get whatever HP you can on that guy, whatever. Look at this. Lix able to afford Castle Age, though. That is absolutely critical. This tower is up, but Yo has a villager actually at the base of this tower and is punching away. And this tower is going to be building that tower, but that's going to be quite a while before that one starts to come in, and we're already going to have some, you know, repairs in. It looks like Yo is doing quite a good job at defending right now as well. Meanwhile, Bad Koala and Yellow are just absolutely big chillin', loving life, doing their thing. Whoa, even more villagers, okay. Yo does see this and instantly sends more villagers of his own forward. I guess he just had the stone, because he's not mining any stone and the market isn't up until right now. Uh-oh, and the villagers actually haven't been forced out of the tower yet. Oh no, MrYo! Oh, this is just what happens, man, when you have the, when you go for something like 28 pop versus a trush. We now have a knight here from Bad Koala. Oh my goodness. 4 TCs from Yellow, off of stone completely. Oh yeah, no, that should never ever happen on Arena. But look at this, now purple just goes home. So I guess the idea here is to just deny the flanks, or delay the flanks rather. And now we're having the villagers being sick and tired of being sick and tired. And the question becomes, okay, the flanks are delayed, but not, you know, obscenely so. Could have walled those towers in? Well, guys, you know how the adage goes. If at first you don't succeed, tower rush again. Oh, be careful, purple. Still. %, and is actually trying to run away, but those knights are right there. Why are you trying to run away instead of finish that tower? And now you're just going to let the knights in. What the hell? Why would you delete that? This makes 0 sense. Well, now the villagers are just going to all die. And now Yo hits Castle Age. Purple committed way more to the Trush than Red. Also, Red has Burgundian Eco. But yes, Combi does have an overall Vill lead, even with these ones going down here from Purple. But you have to remember that the Vill lead is largely based on 2 players still being in Feudal Age and not having that time in terms of getting to Castle Age. Double defensive tower on the way now. We have the Jannies on the way. Looks like 2 Vill's gonna punch that guy down. Still, we do have KingstoNe able to click up to Castle Age at a reasonable time considering the opening. Bad Koala just gonna be booming away. Only Bowsaw and Horse Collar, whereas Yellow, has, or sorry, Double Bit Axe and Horse Collar, whereas it's Bowsaw, Heavy Plow, and now Wheelbarrow in. 20 pop Men-at-Arms into +1/+1 Scouts versus, that is a very strange game. And this is exactly what we want to be seeing, guys. All the full works. I don't know. I mean, this is a farming channel, of course. And just, this is what you want to see in life, right? Absolutely perfectly placed farms. With Horse Collar in it, instantly as well. Or Heavy Plow, goddammit. And I gotta say, I really love that... Yes, I know. Oh, even a Petard coming in. Red is almost to Castle Age. He has these watchtowers. Are the watchtowers going to be enough to hold on until Guard Tower comes in? I think so. Oh, wait, that's a whole... Uh-oh. Okay, no, I think you're fine. But yeah, I really love... I don't know. I love the fact that, yes, Combi is the much weaker team on paper, but they're doing exactly what I think they should be doing, in that they clearly have thought out strategies specifically for all the maps and whatnot. And that's exactly what you need to be doing. You need to out-strategize your opponents if you're the weaker team mechanically. And that's exactly what Combi is at least attempting to do. Oh yeah, I mean, Yellow's on 85 vills right now, guys. 60 villagers right now for Bad Koala. Again, it's not a terrible eco, but it's not, like, tippy-tippy-top here. Now 4 TCs for KingstoNe. Has the university, did not even have to get Guard Tower. This looks like we now have Lix and Bad Koala transitioning to the base of IamTetas. So, gonna just be a little bit annoying. Don't think anything too crazy. Might have to force those villagers off a couple farms. Imp is now on the way for Yellow. Will be our first one to that age. But now Yo's coming forward with the castle. Yeah, 4 TCs here. And this is, I think, kind of the weak point in Combi. 35 vills for Purple. He's in Castle Age, but he's just building town centers. And he simply wasn't able to do enough damage to MrYo. Yeah, 1000%. Yo, with the monk. They're getting all of the monk upgrades. It's gonna be good versus Koreans. But WWP realizing they can't do a whole lot, and now we have cavalry upgrades coming in, and it is time for some very privileged Schlachtas to be on their way here from our pole player. There's the upgrade. Cutting village production? That doesn't seem like a great idea, though. Oh, yeah. That was the first thing Yo did, was rewall. And he is also on his way to Imp. 1 TC from him. Gonna have monks, good upgrades. He's gonna have trebs popping. And those... yeah, that castle will be dropping pretty darn soon. But we have to consider that this isn't a 1v1. If this was a 1v1, Yo would just be like winning this one super easily. But this is a team game. And we're gonna have Combi Yellow come in with a bunch of knights very soon. And if CasaBlancas can just hold on, then a bunch of Cavalier running in can easily snipe some trebs. There's just going to be way too many Cavaliers for those monks to deal with. Nevertheless, we also have our green player on the way to Imperial Age. 98 Vils from Bad Koala, so it's not like he has a bad eco. There's Cavalier on the way.
Gotowa jest.
42 villagers on food right now versus the 49 of Bad Koala, so I like that Bad Koala actually has more of a farming eco. I agree. Well, the thing is, he was kind of stuck in his base. But I 100% agree that it's unfortunate for sure. Now we have another monastery coming in, and what Yo needs to do is he needs to keep these monks extra turbo safe, as well as the trebuchet. Another castle here from our yellow player. +2 defense is in. Bad Koala sort of getting his army together. And right now, KingstoNe is just booming. Lix is just booming. So those guys are just kind of chilling. Oh, that's a little bit awkward, but the castle goes up. Now conscription's coming in, as well as iron casting. But purple can't repair forever. Still... oh, actually making a switch already into scouts? That seems weird, because we have elite battle elephant on the way. And I feel like there needs to just be way more stuff coming in right now from our pole player. Oh, he's actually just trying to out-treb the trebbing. The trebbery. And I mean, yeah, the castle's going to go down for both players then. Yeah, I mean, there's no way you're saving that. Some monks here from green as well. And I guess the scout switch is to help deal with the monks, but it's still going to be a bit tricky for sure. Got barracks coming in. Halbs versus the elephants, but that's not going to work so well versus Jannies, as Lix is also on his way up to the Imperial Age. And now those trebuchets are all in absolutely dire straits, as now the Khmer Tronkmeisters are going to be on their way. But the huge swarm of Cavalier is growing. I don't like that they're just really trying to fight the elephants and not just sniping all of the trebs and monks first. You can always kill the elephants later, guys. Winged Hussar is in, though. Purple just now clicking up. And, I mean, we still have a huge villager lead here for Team Combi. And look at this, 41 military to 26. Sure, their army is less valuable, but it seems like they're kind of sort of holding on. Please, for the love of doubt, snipe those trebuchets. Oh, Elite Skirmisher coming in for red. That's not what I want to be seeing. And right now, look at this. Our purple player's safe. Going to be going for Halbs, but right now, how on earth are you going to deal with all those Elephantos? Looks like Yo just now adding in those extra TCs. He doesn't really have anything to contribute right now. But, oh, it's going to be Cav Archers, actually, for Licks, which is why we see the Skirmisher play. But, I mean, Skirm Halb? That's the best he can offer with Burgundians? Yes, they do. Oh, the elephants are trying to bust their way in. There really should have been fortified wall in a long time ago. I don't know if Lechitic Legacy was researched. I would imagine so. Maybe. Anyway, that army value is just insanely high right now for WWP, just thanks to the might of these pachyderms. But this is still scary on the right side, even though, again, it's like, just trash units? Really? Really? Yes, Winged Hussars do have the conversion system. It is an upgrade to the light cavalry. It is a Hussar. It's just a better Hussar. Run into a Halb-shaped wall. Eventually. Right now, this is just a pikeman-shaped wall, but if the elephants don't fight back, I mean, I guess they will still be dealing some trample damage, but it's not really ideal. And Combi still have a 60 villager lead in total, mostly due to Yo's not-so-good eco. And now it is castle falling on the right side, but I mean, this just feels like such an underwhelming army composition from KingstoNe, man. Oh, there's Lechitic Legacy right now. Yo obviously going to want to go for Halb. Sapahi coming in for blue. And I guess we're also going to see Obuks added as we see chainmail armor. Oh, I guess the Obuks are going to be anti-Halb. Tusk swords on the way. Is Red thinking about the button? 144 bills? Eh. I mean, he's getting infantry upgrades. How do hand cannons do versus Ellies? Not amazingly. Oh, bombard towers from Licks. Now that's what I want to see. Meanwhile, look at this. The Halb swarm is coming in. We were just able to see CasaBlanca defend, and then had IamTetas. I can't say that name without laughing. Just swoop in just in the nick of time, like just in the nick of time. And this is looking kind of rough for WWP, guys. Yo barely has anything going for him. He just has some pikemen. Bad Koala was doing well when it was just pretty much him versus Poles, but now that the Halbs are being added in from both flanks, well, then things are looking a bit rough. Skirm's just doing their best to snipe individual Cav Archers. Almost fully upgraded, and we do have this Bombard Tower in now. But yeah, KingstoNe doing a nice job really focusing down those Cav Archers, doing his absolute best to make sure that he doesn't get to that sort of unkillable mass. And that's exactly like what I was doing with my skirmishers in my game earlier against the Genbos. The same concept, same principle. More chonkers coming in. Oh yeah, 100%. It's just a massive Halbs running around. I mean, most players are going to be running out of gold quite soon, and on Arena, getting trade set up is pretty difficult because you never really get a good trade route. Elite Obuk. Poles are going to be having more gold than all the other players, though, because they get gold from their stone, of course. Yeah, it's just it's all that. To be fair, Burmese halbs versus Korean halbs is a very one-sided fight in favor of Burmese. Getting, that's +7 versus +2, so a 5 extra attack. That castle's looking pretty rough, though, as in it's going to be destroyed 100%. And the Obuks, though. Burmese halbs are good, but they're not going to be good at all against Obuks. At all. I mean, there are 19 elephants left, but it's going to be just for Hussar spam. And Khmer Hussar spam is great, but when you're up against winged Hussars, well, then it starts to look a lot less great. It's like, you know, you're a top 10 versus a top 3 or 4 Hussar spamming Civ. Indeed it is, Pingo Polino. Thank you so much for the 11 months, and it is so great to see team game tournaments, man. I mean, yeah, sure, the halbs can swoop in and snipe the trebuchet, but uh-oh, guys, WWP. I was thinking this would just be a completely bland 3-0, but I know, you know, even a little worried after game number 1, but right now, Combi, man. War wagons slowly growing in number. I mean, Lix is going to have a very strong army, for sure. And the overall Vil counts are pretty similar. But that means that WWP has a lot less population for military, because you're at 146 and 142 Vils. And that could be a little bit of an issue for sure. I don't think it was necessarily a Civ issue. I think it was just a really well-executed strategy. I mean, I think Khmer Pocket is, you know, just as good as Pole Pocket, if not even a little bit better. And I like Koreans over Burmese, and I like Turks over Burgundians, but I think it's just the way that Combi have used these civilizations has been absolutely fantastic. No, Burmese aren't bad everywhere. Burmese are... they just like facing melee civs. And remember, Bad Koala didn't get the boom that Yellow got because he had to help out his allies. So it's like, sure, we can say we prefer one civ over the other, but it really comes down to the strategery and how each team made use of their civilizations. And I feel like Combi made the better use of their civilizations. That said, Lix is trying to push here. And yo, I mean, he's got fully upgraded Burmese halbs. Those are going to be good. No elite war wagon. One militia. Very important. Yeah, like, huge respect here to Combi. Yeah, the Obuk are going to do just fine versus those Hussars. Yeah, Burmese infantry's good. They're trying. But they are down around 100 pop, is WWP. And now look at this. Castle is here. It's standing. More trebs. 6 trebuchets for red. And I fear that Lix simply just can't hang on forever without a ton of support. But at the same time, neither can MrYo. And it's just... Bad Koala is being stretched into way too many places at once. Oh, I love the Obuk sound, so good. Elite Arambai on the way for MrYo. I mean, he has pretty much just been making halberdiers, so it's not like he's having to spend a massive amount of gold. Good late. I mean, you already have another elephant civ, so you're not going to go elephants, but just Halb, Arambai, maybe monks if you can. Yeah, the army composition for red is a little sad. Elite War Wagon finally going to be coming in. Only WWP trading? I mean, they're trying to get trade up and going. How much is this trade worth, though? 80 gold. Oh, I don't like this. You're building houses right in your trade route. Yeah, that seems really weird. And look at this, guys. You can't count WWP out in super long games. Trying to push back, and they are definitely with better trade, but now we have elite war wagons coming in, trebuchets as well. Oh my god, the Obuks are just going to slaughter the hussars. Yeah, now Koreans are going to become an incredibly scary civ to deal with. Sure, the Burmese Halbs are way better, but Halb plus War Wagon beats pure Halb any day of the week. Oops. And again, I just really have to commend the strategery from Combi. Like, they had a very specific plan coming in. They utilized... Again, they're utilizing the civs to the best of their ability. They're playing with each other super well. And that is... And they're just, you know, doing it a little bit better than WWP. It's not that the WWP is playing bad by any means. I mean, they're really hanging in there. But it's just that Combi has this advantage, this momentum that just can't be dealt with, it seems. No, winged hussars do get bonus damage versus bombard cannons because they are gunpowder units. It's not much bonus damage, it's just a little bit, but it's still there. And now the winged hussars are going to just start raiding everything that Lix has. Yo has 10 military at this point. And, like, look at this doom army of war wagons. I mean, Korean post-imp on BF, man. I mean, very few civs can compete with that. Oh man, this is just painful. Heavy Scorpion now on the way. That's gonna be too late. Burgundian Vineyards. That upgrade probably could have come in a lot sooner, but still. Somehow Yo hasn't been opened, but he probably will pretty soon, as more trebs are coming in. No siege engineers in for CasaBlancas just yet, which I think would be nice, but still. The push is happening. 35 fully upgraded elite war wagons. Actually, they don't have husbandry. And they don't have thumb ring. Get those upgrades, man. They're both quite important for war wagons. Yeah, the reason winged hussars have a bonus versus gunpowder is entirely for the people who are going to, you know, be all about the Polish winged hussars breaking the siege of Vienna. Like, that's literally the entire reason that they're in the game. It's just a bit of fan service. Which is okay. Okay, crop rotation should have come in way sooner if you're playing as Poles, man, but still. Like the topless Wodies? Exactly. You just have to play to that, you know, male fantasy, right? Of having a bunch of very buff-looking topless dudes. Kappa. Anyway, the Scorpions are now joining the party, and there aren't any you know, major siege units to deal with them other than just trebuchets trying to snipe them. And again, credit to the resilience of WWP. It's a testament to how good these players are. But yeah, this was just a really impressive game. I don't think anybody played poorly. Yeah, exactly. Double crossbow coming in. I mean, Bad Koala's trying, man. He's been playing very well. Both the last game and this one. Architecture.
See.
Tonk Scorp versus Baby Scorp. Bombard cannons are in. And it's like, dang, WWP is hard to kill. And that's just sort of what we see from the tippy-top teams. But this push here from KingstoNe, helped out by IamTetas, it's just not getting stopped anytime soon. Anytime soon. War Wagons trying to do the old loop-de-doodle. Again, this is where missing Thumbring and Husbandry is kind of an issue. Thumbring is a huge boost for War Wagons in terms of like overall percentage increase and just in terms of like raw value. Burmese halves have been kind of keeping Yo a little bit in it, but yeah, just not really having that gold unit to back it up. Still, the military populations are getting more and more even, although the eco is just not there at all. It's less than 60 villagers for poor Licks right now. I mean, the Heavy Scorpion edition is brilliant for sure. There just really isn't the gold for Bombard cannons. Trade looking okay-ish, not amazing. Trade looking even less okay-ish and less amazing. Look at these guys rack up the kills, though, man. Khmer Scorps are no laughing matter. But this is what you want to see in team games, right? Just seeing all of the different military strengths in the late game of each civ played out to the best of their ability. And then also this Burgundians army of just trash units. But I guess, like, what would our red player rather have right now? Paladins? Can't really afford that super comfortably. I feel like you don't want Coustier versus all these heavy cav archers, and the Scorpions perhaps even. Yeah, maybe more Bombard cannons. I think that could be a very legit thing, and I think that's exactly what KingstoNe is trying to do. Oh my god, they're so pumped up. The skirms are so pumped up! Trying to put them on staggered formation. Yeah, now things are really starting to fall. Let's check in over here. Yeah, I mean, I think that Turks are a good matchup versus Burgundians. But purple now going to be going into champions. Korean champions, I mean, they're all right. They're not amazing. They're not horrible. You get everything except Blast Furnace. And there it is, guys. GG. Wow. Credit to Combi, man. Mexico showing that it is now a nation to be taken seriously, at least when it comes to these team games. And we've got a series on our hands. Literally everyone had a negative KD on Team Combi. Super insanely good KD though for Licks, I mean, as Turks, but ultimately it's just getting ground down. I mean, look at this. relative eco difference. Combi, they're all Mexican. Yep, they also have Fortress for sure. But now we will be going to one of the home maps of WW